Hello, I welcome you to another session of our e-learning program. Today we are discussing social studies for JHS1, and we are looking at savings for the future. From the previous week, we have been looking at managing your finance and looked at money, proper ways of handling money, the functions of money, and many others. Then we continue to look at savings. We look at the importance of savings. We look at avenues for savings, and so on. Today, we are looking at savings for the future. That is long-term savings. Savings for the future. And by the end of today's lesson, it's my expectation that the student will be able to identify ways of saving towards old age. Also describe the advantages of long-term savings. And finally, the student will be able to explain wise ways of spending money or how to spend money wisely. So you take note of these three. Every individual must be concerned about their future and think of a more sustainable and secured lifeline for their future finances. Because in the future, there are so many things that can render a person incapacitated, or that can make a person not able to work, and so may not have a direct income from their daily activities. The person may be either too old, the person may be sick, the person might have had an accident, and many other reasons. And so, for these reasons, everybody must think of doing something that can secure their future finances so that in the future, when they become old, when they fall sick, when they become incapacitated, or for some reason they are not able to work, they are not able to move around, be as a result of accident, they become bound to a wheelchair, then they can still have assurance that they have a means of livelihood because they have secured their future finances. There are three main ways one can save towards the future, and these are Social Security and National Insurance Trust, taking insurance policies, and then 3, personal investment. We are going to look at these three one after the other. Social Security and National Insurance Trust, popularly known as SNET. SNET was established after independence to serve as a providence fund for future financial security to workers in the formal sector after their retirement. And since its establishment, there have been certain changes that have occurred in it. In recent time, workers in the informal sector have also been added so that they have a way of contributing towards SNET or contributing to SNET so that after their retirement age or when they cannot work any longer, they may also benefit from SNET. The advantages of saving with SNET is that contributors are allowed to enjoy lump sum of their retirement, and they can take part of their contributions during active service. So, the SNET policy is such that workers are mandated to pay a certain percentage of their income to the Social Security and National Insurance Trust to be used for investments, so that at the end of their working life or on their retirement, they are paid a certain large amount of money or huge amount of money, which is known as a lump sum, with which they could do any other investment they would want to. And apart from that, even while the contributor is still in active service, they can take part of their contribution and use it for either a project, a business, or something that is quite important. Then it also offers beneficiaries monthly sums, which becomes the source of regular income to the pensioner. So when people go on pension, they are not able to work any longer, and so they not have a consistent source of income. But the SNET policy is such that it offers beneficiaries, those who contributed and are beneficiaries of SNET, monthly sums. So after the lump sum that is given to you every month, SNET pays pensioners a certain amount, which becomes like their salary, even though they are not working. So some people call that pensions pay or pension salary. And this pension salary is paid to the pensioner until his death or her death. So you see, it secures the pensioner. So whether you work or not, because you have contributed during your working days, now that you cannot work any longer, you'll be paid salary until you are dead. Then when the contributor dies before pension, his dependents can enjoy his savings. So when a contributor dies, it doesn't end there. His savings can be enjoyed by his dependents. His wife, his children can enjoy his savings. Then it also provides income to contributor when he is incapacitated by ill health or accident. So like I said earlier, the SNET is not only for retirement. If the contributor can no more work or can no longer work as a result of illness or accident, it is assumed that that contributor has been compelled to retire and is treated just like a pensioner. And so the contributor also enjoys everything that a pensioner would enjoy from SNET. So it is very important that we contribute SNET when we are working. Okay, so let me do this correction, then we continue. Thank you. Now let's move on. I think I've been having some cold, and so my voice is quite not clear. Okay, pardon me for that. Methods of saving for the future. Another method of saving for the future is through insurance policies. You see, insurance is an agreement between an individual and an insurance company, or between two people. But this time we are looking at an individual and an insurance company, in which the person pays a money called premium to the company, and then the company pays for the person's loss in case of any misfortune. So insurance policy is such that You go to an insurance company and say, "Hello, insurance company. I have a house. I have a family. I have a business. I want you to secure my business for me. I want you to secure my house for me. I want you to secure my family for me. I want you to secure my education for me. Depending on what policy you want to make, I want you to secure my car for me." And so you go into an agreement, you pay a certain amount of money, which is called a premium, to the insurance company. This premium is paid usually on monthly basis, depending on the type of policy you're making, sometimes on quarterly basis, sometimes on yearly basis or annual basis. So you keep paying this money to the insurance company. And what you get in return is that after you have paid for some time, you qualify to benefit from the protection of that insurance company, so that in case of any form of misfortune, accident, fire, death, and so on, robbery and others, the insurance company ascertain, calculate, assess, evaluate the level of your loss and quantify it, and then pay for the loss you have made. So that's why we call it security, because it's like you have insured. Let's say you have insured your car. If your car gets an accident, the insurance company may get you a new car to replace that one. There are insurance policies all over the place, and there are so many insurance companies. The insurance policies may be in the form of assurance or insurance. So sometimes you hear Vanguard Assurance, you hear Quality Insurance. They are all insurance policies. Whether it's an assurance or an insurance, it is an insurance policy. Then, some classifications of insurance policies may be life assurance, fire insurance, accident insurance, marine insurance, and so on. So many of them. The advantages of insurance is that, for example, life assurance policy guarantees financial security against death. So when you insure your life, it guarantees financial security against your death. For example, if Papa Kofi is the breadwinner of his house and he insures his life, contributes for some time and qualifies for benefiting from the insurance company. If Papa Kofi dies, there is a certain obligation that the insurance company has to pay certain amount of money to the beneficiaries of Papa Kofi, that is his wife and his children, so that that money can cushion them. Now that their breadwinner, the person who gives them money, the person who takes care of them, is no more alive, the insurance he has made will take care of them. That is how life insurance policies work. It also provides sustainable flow of income to beneficiaries. And for example, when you make an educational policy, when you insure your education, it also secures the education needs of your children. So parents usually will make educational policies for their children, contribute the premiums to that policies for some number of years. Usually, most parents contribute towards their children's second cycle and tertiary education. And so, if you don't know, you may ask your parent, "Mommy, have you done any insurance policy for me? Daddy, have you insured my education?" If they haven't, you advise them that it is good to insure your children's education. Let's look at some examples of insurance companies. Some examples of insurance companies are SIC, that is a state insurance company. Then we have Glyco, that is the Gemini Life Insurance Company. You have QIC, that is Quality Insurance Company. And then you also have PIC, Provident Insurance Company Limited. There are so many others. You may read your textbooks to get more information on insurance companies. Methods of saving for the future. Now, personal investment. So we looked at Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Then we looked at insurance policies, and now we're looking at personal investment. Apart from having a SNET or buying an insurance policy, you can also have personal investment. You can set parts of your income aside to invest into the future. So, whilst working, one may decide that, well, I earn this amount of money and I'll spend this amount out of it. It will be left with this amount. I'll use it as savings. After I have saved for a while, I'll withdraw that savings, or I'll pick that savings and invest it into a business. Invest it into a property with which I'll secure my future. Some investment that one can enter into include sustainable projects and business. So you may invest into a sustainable project or business. Buying some cars to be used for commercial transport. So that's one popular investment around our country. People either having commercial lorries or taxis or Uber cabs and so on. All these are business. That's a transport business. So whilst one is working, you may choose to buy some 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 buses with which you start an investment. You have started a business. As these buses work, they bring income, so that even when you cannot work any longer, you still have these buses working for you, and so your future is secure. You still have a source of income. Building a house or commercial building for rentals, that's another way, or another source of form of investment. People may choose to invest into physical structures, shops, apartments, houses, office buildings, and so on. When you go to the city centers, you see very beautiful structures like the gallery, like the signature, like the Villaggio, like the Mirage, like the Pentagon, and so on. There are so many buildings in town, and these buildings are people's investment. They are either commercial buildings, residential apartments, or business centers, or homes, or estates, and they rent these properties out at very good prices, and they can depend on that for a sustainable source of income for the rest of their lives. Then you may also do investment into treasury bills, bonds, and stocks. Then sometimes people may buy foreign currencies and hoard it, keep it, wait for the exchange rate to be good, and then change it back into their local currency and make profits. Then people also may buy plots of land. Plots of land, keep it. After some years, it will appreciate in price and then they sell it out. All these are businesses that one can invest into to secure their future. Now, how do we spend money wisely? Well, draw a scale of preference or priority list. Put the most important things first. Put your needs ahead, and then your wants may come below. Do not draw a budget. That is another thing. You don't go to the market without any plan. Draw a budget as to what you want to buy. Then do not buy on impulse, but at the right place and at the right time. Also, it's advisable that to spend wisely, you buy things in bulk, because when you purchase in bits, it is more expensive than buying in bulk. Well, this brings us to the end of our lesson for today. I hope you have learned a lot. Yeah. And so, before we go totally, I want you to answer some few questions when I'm done with these corrections. Great. Okay. So you answer the following questions as a test of your knowledge on the lesson we have discussed. Mention 3 ways of saving towards the future. That is 1. 2. Identify 2 advantages of SNET. That is Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Then 3. Write down 2 personal investments you would like to undertake towards your future. Good. This brings us to the end of our lesson. I advise that you keep staying at home if you don't have anything to do outside, and most importantly, continue learning. I wish you good luck. Bye bye.